All right, so I'm gonna mute you guys. All right, so we'll get started. Now, before we actually go about creating any newsletters, we need to make sure that our command email is set up properly. So the way we do this, and it's very simple, is up in the top right-hand corner where you see your name. Click on that drop-down menu, and then click on Settings. Then we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom of our list of integrated programs to Command Email. On the right-hand side, there's going to be a button that says Manage. Click on that. You're going to want to update your sender name, so it's whatever name you go by, and then your reply to email. I want to point out something here is that when emails are sent out from command, they're sent out kind of from like a weird email address that's not your email address. But the email is configured so that way if someone hits reply, it does actually come back to you. So you need to make sure that you have your email address that you check regularly here in case someone replies to one of those emails, you'll receive it. If you make any changes, be sure to click Save Changes here. And then at the bottom, it'll let us see how many emails we've sent out so far. Each month, we get 5,000 free emails. If you're sending out more than 5,000 emails per month, you can actually upgrade your email subscription to include more than 5,000. And that does cost money. All you have to do is click on Manage Subscription here, or you could go to the Marketplace, from the Marketplace icon. And then here, View All Plans. And this will show you the different costs. So if you wanted to send up to 10,000 emails, it would be $10 a month. So,
hey, Nick, is it, so if we did one email to 100 people, is it the one email, or is that 100 people count as like the part of the 5,000?
so that would count as 100 emails.
I'm sorry, you went out there for a minute, so it would count.
That would count as 100 emails.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you end up sending a ton of them, you need to upgrade, but I think you'd probably be fine with 5,000 to get started. So once you're good and you have your command email set up, I'm going to click the X up here. I'm going to close out of that. Now, the next thing we need to do is create our email content. And there's a couple different ways you can go about starting this. You could go directly into campaigns right here and start there and start by setting up a campaign and then designing an email. I personally recommend getting started in designs and creating your email newsletter fully before you actually set up a campaign. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to click on designs here on the left-hand side, the third icon from the bottom. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, I'm going to click on the plus sign. This means to add a new design or start a new design. And then I'm going to click email because I want to use the email template. And I'm going to click next. And it's going to load all of the KWRI templates. Now I'm going to scroll down to the bottom because they're constantly updating these. And now we have 72 templates. So I'm just going to click load more. So we can load all 72. Perfect. So I'm just scrolling up at the top really quickly, but I just want to show you that there's a ton of different templates, tons of different styles. Some of these templates are really just have placeholders for you to go in and add all the content yourself. And then there are a handful of templates that actually have content already written for you. So that way you don't have to worry about, actually putting together a newsletter. So here you can see we have our modern newsletter, classic, approachable, just different styles. And then here we have like a classic tax day, classic sell ready. So these are going to be emails that have content already in them. Refinancing, lots of different options here. So you could theoretically go through and set up, have 12 months worth of newsletter emails from the pre-written emails that are already in command. So I'm going to scroll down. Let's try to find one. Perfect. Okay. So here we have the classic template of buy versus rent. And I want to select this one really quickly so I can show you what the pre-written emails look like. So I'm going to click on it to select it, and then I'll click next in the bottom right-hand corner. And it's going to load the email. Now, before we do anything, I always recommend that you rename your email up here so you can more easily find it when you're setting up your campaign. So I'm just going to leave this as classic buy versus rent. I'm going to add my initials and today's date. So today's the 20th. And that just lets me know that this is mine and which day I actually created this. The way that this page is laid out is over here on the left-hand side is going to be where we can make any edits to the content. And on the right-hand side are all the different widgets that we can use if we want to add or change any of the widgets or layout. It's going to be very similar to setting up a landing page or an agent site page. So over on the left-hand side, you can see here we have this image that's blank, and it has this text with a little asterisk, market center name. Anywhere you see fields like that with the asterisks that are blank, that means it's going to be information that's going to be pulled in directly from your marketing profile. So this field, while it looks blank to you and I here, when it actually is in a preview or gets sent out, it will load the Market Center logo that I have uploaded to my marketing profile. So that way I don't have to upload a logo every single time I set up an email address. The system can do it for me automatically. Scrolling down, here's our text, the tangible and intangible benefits of home ownership. So you can see all this content's already written. You can leave it as is. Call me for all your real estate needs. And again, here is going to show my image, and it has those asterisks next to it, and that's how I know it's going to pre-populate. The same with this information over here in the text, where it's going to have my first name, last name. It's going to let me know that I'm a realtor and include all my information here. And the same thing down here with my Market Center logo and then my personal branding logo. If you want to see what this looks like with everything loaded in, up here, there's a little eye icon, and you can click on the eye, and that'll take you to a preview. And this is going to show you what the email looks like with all of these fields actually populated with the information from the marketing profile. So you can see how nice it looks. Here's my headshot, my name, all my contact information, office information. And I didn't have to do anything for that. So that is how simple using these pre-made templates can be. So I'm going to click X up here in the top right-hand corner. Now, if I wanted to save this, I would just click Save. We also have options up here. If you want to send a test email, so if you want to send this to yourself to see how it actually renders in your email, you can click Send Test Email. And then I can put in my email address here, nicholascore@kw.com. Click Send Test Email. Let me open up my Gmail real fast. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. And it should, there we go, populate. Here we go, test email template. Open it up, and this is exactly what it looks like. Now, I want to point out here, you can see the email address that it's sent from is agent542278@mailer.kw.com. So that was that email address I was telling you earlier. So it just kind of sends from a weird email address. But it has my name there because I put that, so that way people will see it is actually from me. And this is how the email looks. Really clean, very professional. And I literally had to do nothing here. And it just loads all of that information. And if someone were to reply and click reply here, see how it sets up. Oh, okay, that's weird. It should actually go to, that maybe just because it is a preview, but it should go to nicholascore@kw.com. Any questions so far? So I'm going to click save. Thank you. I'm going to click save and exit. That's really the most simple way to do an e-newsletter. It's just using one that is already has all the content written for you. But we do have the ability to use a template that has blanks that we need to fill in and create our own email template, which is probably more what you're interested in doing. So to do that, I'm going to click, it took me back to design. So I'm going to click on the plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner. Same thing we did before, select email, click next. And then I'm going to just load some templates. All right, let's do luxury open house. Let's select this one. We have an open house this weekend, so let's click next. And I'm going to update this to 1105 River Green Drive, open house, 05, what is that? 21, 23, 21. So I name this so I can easily track it. So here is the email. It has all of this information already pre-filled in, and it's just placeholder information. I do need to go in and update everything. So to do that, I am going to click on this image here. And when you select some image or text, this icon or the teal border will appear on the outside, and then up in the right-hand corner, it gives you a pencil. And anytime you see a pencil in command, that lets you know that you can edit. And then there's also a trash can. So if you wanted to delete this image, you could, but I want to edit. So I'm going to click the pencil. And then when you click edit, it'll bring up this whole set over here on the right-hand side where you can make edits to this image. So I'm going to replace this because I actually want to pull in an image from my listing. So I'm going to click replace. And I can pull in images, listing images. So it's going to pull up KWLS. So I'm going to search for my listing. So River Green Drive, search. Here we go. Here's my listing. I'm going to select it.
So Nick, quick question. When you said listing images, are these all listings for Keller Williams, First Atlanta?
No, I think these are all listings. Like all, it pulls directly from FMLS in Georgia.
Okay. Got it.
So I'm going to select the image that I want to replace. So I'm just going to select my main header image here and click replace. And it's going to load over here. And if I wanted to, I could write some alt text. So when you roll your mouse over it, 1105 River Green Drive. I can send it a link to something. So if I wanted to a landing page or to a merge field or a website, I could. So if I wanted someone to be able to click through to learn more about this, I could set up a click through there. I can also change the height and the width, border status and position. This has left. I'm going to make this center. And then once I've gone through and I've made all of the edits that I want to do to this picture, I click done up here. All right, so that image looks a little distorted. Let's see, let's edit. Let's see if we can edit that. Replace. Let's try 100%. Oh, it doesn't let you do that. Insert. Let's do. All right, so we can just play around with this here. Let's try 600. All right, it's a little bit better. So I just come through here, this text, I would update it. Same thing, I would click on the pencil and I would just update the text accordingly. I could copy from the listing info if I needed to. I can also change if I want to make this bold. I want this to be left aligned, center aligned. I can also link it to something. There are also these merge fields up here in the top right-hand corner. And you can add any of these fields and the system will automatically add in that personalized information to whomever you email this to. So I could add my first name in here. This is really helpful if I'm on a team. Scroll down. Should have client's name, the contact first name, contact last name. So if you wanted to personalize this email to whoever you're sending it to, you can add contact first name and it'll say, hi, Kevin, hi, Shannon, without having to actually write individual emails to each person. So I'm going to click done. And then I can edit this information about the listing. So let's do. All right, so this is going to be 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 710 square feet, and we are listed at $175,000. So condo located on Chattahoochee River in Vinings. And then I'm going to click done. Perfect. Actually, let's put those the bullet points back. All right, done. Perfect. So very simple. So I just continue to scroll down and I update the text. And just by clicking on the text box and then click the pencil icon. So this would be 1105 River Green Drive, Northwest, Atlanta, GA 30327. Oh. Guess we need to change this font here. All right. That is so weird. Why did it go away? I didn't think it changed colors here. That is very strange. So I'm just going to click done for now. Let's try updating this one. See what happens here. So we're going to do Saturday or Sunday, May 23rd from 2 to 4 p.m. and then click done. Yeah, it's so strange. That is very odd. Let's do. Yeah, I have no idea why it's turning black or going backwards. Well, that is not fun. Yeah. Let's maybe change this position back. Let's see. Ah, I really did just mess that up, didn't I? All right, let's undo. Undo. All right. All right, I'm just going to leave that as is for now. So I would update this image here as well, doing the same thing we did before. Replace listing images, 1105 River Green Drive, search. And then we can select another image and let's use one. Let's use this one, replace. There we go. So I'm going to click done here. So it's edited. I know it's a little warped. I don't know why these cells are in the back. That is so strange. Let's see, can we edit? If we can bring these to the front. It's not letting me edit the plane. All right. So I am going to click on the preview here. So I want to see what this email looks like with all of the information included. So I'm going to scroll down. You can see here's the image, the text that I've updated. Here's where it would have the date and time. I don't know why I can't see it. Here's that image. Here's my headshot that automatically is loaded, a link to download my app, and then the First Atlanta logo, and all the stuff for First Atlanta down here. So you can see how relatively easy it is to update this information and update this email template with actual listing information without having to upload anything.
Hey, Nick, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So I've been using this feature, but a little bit differently than you just did right now for listings. So when you went back and you said replace image, and you went to listing images, is the KWLS ID, is that our office code? What is that ID?
The KWLS ID is the actual KWLS ID number. So when you put a listing in Georgia MLS and FMLS, it automatically gets synced into KWLS.
Mm-hmm.
And you can search for that ID number if you wanted to through mykw.kw.com.
So it's unique to a property, not necessarily our office.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would recommend just searching property address. It'd probably be the most simple.
Okay.
And this is going to bring up every listing. And that way, if you're hosting an open house for someone else, or you are promoting a new listing for someone else, then you can pull in those images into your command.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm going to click save here, and I'll click save and exit so we can be done. Any other questions about how we went through here and uploaded and updated this template? All right.
No, I've actually been using it, but the reason I'm watching is I want to see if there's anything I didn't know how to do. So.
All right. Well, before we actually set up our campaign, I really just wanted really quickly to walk through how you can make your own email template, if that's what you wanted to do, because the Labs team has made a ton of updates to Command to make this functionality a lot more simple than it originally was. So I'm going to click the plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner of Designs, click Email, click Next. Then up here in the top right-hand corner, I have two options: import HTML and create new template. So if you're more familiar with MailChimp and you like the way that system sets up email templates, you can actually create your whole email in MailChimp and then download that HTML file and then import it here, and it will actually load that same email template here in Command. That is kind of maybe more of a 2.0 feature, but if you are doing newsletters often and you're familiar with MailChimp or Constant Contact or another program, just know that you are able to bring in that information and that formatting into Command. But I want to create
there's no advantage using MailChimp over Command email, is there?
No, at this point, there isn't really any benefit, because MailChimp, you're limited to 2,000 contacts per month or for one audience. Whereas Command email, you can send out to as many different audiences as you want. So you could have, you still get those 5,000 free emails, and you can send it to 100 different contacts or 100 different groups of 50 people if you wanted to. And you would never be able to do that in MailChimp.
Okay, all right. I'm using Command so far, so I was just curious.
So I'm going to click create new template up here in the top right-hand corner. And as always, I always want to rename this first. So I'm going to name this Training 520. So we'll leave that as is. And now, just like we were to make a website or a landing page, we have all of these widgets over here on the right-hand side that we can pull into. So I'm going to start by using the legal header. So it's going to pull in that information over here. Then if I wanted to add, we can add some text. So I just click on the edit text here and click on the pencil to edit. And then I could say hi. And then I'm going to add in that merge field for that contact first name. I hope you're having an amazing day. You should stop by my open house at 1105 River Green Drive this Sunday, May 23rd from 2 to 4 p.m. So there's my text. If I wanted to, I could go through and I could change it. Let's maybe change this color. Let's make this red. All right. Then I'm going to click done. Now here's my text. What if we, no, we don't want to do that. If I wanted to link to something, I could here, but I don't really want to do that. And you can change the font. There's a tons of fonts in here. So let me click done. Then if I wanted to, I could pull in information directly from my listing. So we have this listing block widget here. So I can add that. And very similarly, I can just click on this and click edit. And I'm going to be able to select my listing. 1105 River Green Drive. Select it. I'm going to select MLS. Select. All right. And it's going to pull in all of the information about my listing here. Link to, so if I wanted to send it to a different landing page or to a website, I could have this link to my agent website. Actually, let's do that real fast. Let me just pull this up. So I'm going to go to nicholascore.kw.com. And then I can search here for 1105 River Green Drive. Here's my listing. So what I could do is I could come right here, copy this URL, copy this, and then in command, I could link this to a website and I could put that address as my website. So if someone were to click on the email, it would take them to my website where they can get all the full listing information and I don't have to worry about them being lost to Zillow or a realtor, someone that buys their leads there. Any questions on that so far?
Would you be able to link to a listing in FMLS?
So FMLS, yes, you can get the listing URL from there. When you click share, but sometimes it's ornery and it doesn't like to share after it's been live for a couple days. I personally would recommend sending them to your agent site where you own all the information and it's going to be branded with all of your name. They can easily get in contact with you.
Okay.
I'll click done and now it's going to upload here. Then we could do a little market snap here and pull in some information about the area. So it's going to have me pull in 1105. Let's River Green Drive. All right, let's try this. This is very strange. Yeah, this is market trends. Why is this? Here we go. I clicked on the wrong one. My apologies. So market trends, 30327, neighborhood. See if that's in here. Out here north side. All right, we'll just do the River Oaks condominium because it's probably gonna be the closest and click done. And now it's gonna show all this information about where it's located, active statistics, and whatever this stinks. Let me update it. We'll do Mount Perrin north side. There we go, and then click done. This is a little bit more robust. So actually, yes.
Sorry, tell me again how you got to the market trends or the
I
neighborhood.
used the Market Snap widget.
Market Snap, okay.
And I just dragged that over.
Thank you.
You are welcome. If you wanted to add a button here, you could. Let's say if you're hosting a party or an invite, you can add this event block, which I think is really interesting. So I'm going to add that widget and scroll down. And just like we did with everything else, we can go through and edit. So I'm just going to replace this image. I'll just use this one, replace. And we'll leave that as is. Oh. Done. Now we just go through and update the text for all the fields. So we can make this May 22nd, 2021. Event title. Open house. Edit this text. Stop by to find your new dream condo in Vinings, GA. So keeping this pretty simple, view details, edit this. I can make this link to something so I can have a different website. So let's see, I can just have that link to my website, that previous URL. Click done. And then if I want to, I can add some more text. Have a wonderful day. Wonderful day. Thank you. And then I could add in the merge field of my first name, agent first name. And then click done. And then I would do the legal footer. Below that. So it's going to have the market center information. And now let's look at a quick preview. So I'm going to click on the eye icon, the preview icon. And this is what my email is going to look like. So it's going to automatically load in their first name. Here is a quick little sentence. The listing information that would click through to my website. The market trends on the neighborhood area. Here's another image and an open house, and I can click view details here. But I guess because we're in preview, it's not letting me actually click. And it automatically loads in all the information from my market center. Any questions on creating your own email template?
The Market Snap widget, is that based on already having an address placed in the neighborhood, like getting neighborhood trends?
So what you do is you add the Market Snap and widget and then click on the pencil and then you type in the postal code.
Okay.
And it'll pull up all the different neighborhoods that are in that zip code that are attached to Nextdoor.
Okay. Okay. This is coming out of Nextdoor, you said?
Yeah, the neighborhoods information is coming out of Nextdoor, and the neighborhood outline information is coming from Nextdoor.
Okay. Okay. And so in that drop down neighborhood, you can select a particular neighborhood, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I use it a lot for my landing pages just because I think it adds some context to any listing that I have, but it's also just a unique way that I can position myself as that neighborhood expert. Very easily.
So you're able to take this neighborhood trends and put it on your landing page, you said?
Yeah, they have the same widget for landing pages as well.
Okay, okay, okay.
So I'm going to click done here. Then I'm going to click save and exit. So we've gone through and we've created 3 different email templates. Now we need to set up sending these emails out to the desired audience. And there's 2 different ways that you can do this. The first is through campaigns, so we can set up a campaign. And the second is through smart planes. And I'll show you how to do both. So the first is going to be campaigns. So I'm going to come over here to the megaphone icon and click campaigns. And then in the top right-hand corner, I'm going to click create campaign, select email, give this campaign name, 1105 River Green Drive open house. And we're going to make this an advertise. Let's do event awareness. Now, when you select your goal, Just know that this is not going to affect the delivery of your email. It really is just going to help categorize all the different emails that you send. So when you look back at past email performance, you can compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges. Where will the campaign run? I'm going to select command email and then click create campaign. The account is going to default to mine. Recipient list. We can create a list. So I can click edit here if I have a list. So here are some lists that I've already created. And I can click edit. And I could go through and I could edit the people on this email list. But I don't actually want to do that. I want to create a new list. So I'm going to click create list. And we'll name this training 520. We have our tags. So this is where I can easily go through and say, all right, who all do I want to include? And this I may want to do people that are my clients that live in Cobb County and former classmates. So you can scroll down to the bottom here, and it's going to show these are all of the people that are included in this list. So I'm going to select all, and it shows 40 individuals. And then I'm going to click on save. And now my recipient list is 520, training 520. So that's going to go out to all 40 of those people. Here's my name and my reply email address, my subject line, open house in Vinings this Sunday, May 23rd. And then the last item we'll do is select design. So I'll click select design here. And this is where I was telling you earlier, you could start your campaign first and then come in here and update your email template. I don't prefer to do that because I don't like to start one thing to then finish it with another. So I've already gone through, we've gone through and saved all of our email templates. So I'm going to click over here on my templates. And here's a list of all the templates that I have created. So here's the 3 that we've done today. So I'm going to select my open house one. So I'm just going to select it. It's going to open it up so I can actually come in here and edit if make any last minute changes if I wanted to. Then I'm going to click save and exit. And it's going to show a preview over here on the right hand side. And then we have the actions where we can preview email and send test email. So very similar to what we did previously. I can just click preview and this is what it's going to look like when my clients pull this up on their computer. Plug my computer in real fast. So now that we have our campaign set up, we can go ahead and send it, and it's going to send it to all 40 people. We can schedule to send it, so we can go ahead and schedule this if we want it to run on a certain day. So if you know that you want to send out emails right before a specific holiday or specific holidays, you can go ahead and set all those up now, and then go ahead and put a date that you want each one of those emails to go out. So I could set this to go on Friday and then click schedule. And that would send this at Friday, and I could change this time to, let's do Friday at that's very strange. All right, schedule. Okay, well, I guess it's not letting me change the time. All right, well, I would click schedule, but I'm going to click cancel because I don't actually want this to schedule. And that is how you can go ahead and set up this campaign. Now, for campaigns, you're only able to send out 1 email per campaign. However, in smart plans, you can set up to have multiple emails go out over 3 months. So I'm going to click Save Draft here. Click Save and Exit because I don't actually want to send this. What I want to do next is show you how to create a smart plan. So if you want to go ahead and create a smart plan, so that way you can just add people to it and it'll automatically send them email content, you can do that. So I'm going to come over here to Smart Plans. In the top right-hand corner, I'm going to click Create to start a new one, and I'll name this Email Training 520. Click Apply. And now we're going to create our our Smart Plan layout. So I'm going to do Send Email. So I click on Send Email. Then we can have a simple email, which is just going to be text, or we can go to Designs, and I can select the design, and it's going to pull up all of the KWRI templates. So I could create one from scratch if I wanted to, or I can come here to My Design Templates, and I can pull in, here's the first email template that I've made. Got it. Save and exit. Email subject, 11:05 open house. Click the save button. Then I can come over here, set delay. I can do 30-day delay. And then we can do send email, designs, select design, my designs. Let's do the second one. Got it. Save and exit. Got the open house. Save, set delay. We'll do another 30 days here, and then send email. Oh, let me cancel that. Not set delay. Move, send email. We'll do designs, select designs, my designs, and then this last template that I set up. Save and exit. So now what I've done is I've created a smart plan with all these email templates that I've already gone through and designed, and I've set them up. So as soon as I add someone to this smart plan, they'll receive these emails, and they'll get one on the first day, and they'll get the second one 30 days later. They'll get the third one 30 days later. And then what I could do is I could also come down here and say set delay. Oh, I'm so used to dragging it over, but just click plus sign. I can do another 30 days here of set delay. Please complete required fields. Subject here. All right. Smart plan cannot exceed 90 days. So let's do 29 days. And then we'll do add to smart plan. And then I can select another smart plan that if I wanted to add them to. So if I were going to go through and create 12 months worth of email newsletters that can be sent out automatically, I'd want to go into designs, set up those emails, and I can give them, a number 1 through 12. And then I could set up 4 different smart plans and have each one linked to the next. So every 30 days, my clients would receive that email template. And I could just add people to that smart plan as soon as I add them to my contact, into my database. So it doesn't necessarily have to be seasonally relevant. This would just go every month. If you wanted something that's going to be seasonally relevant and sent out on a specific day, I would recommend using the campaigns, so you can actually select the date and time that you want to send that.
So is that what you would call one of the advantages between using smart plans over campaigns? I'm using campaigns now. I've never used smart plans to send.
Well, it depends on what your goal is. Is your goal to set up an automatic marketing plan where you don't have to think about it and you can just add people to it? Or is your goal to send seasonally contextually relevant content to a specific group of people at random times?
More the latter.
Yeah, so using campaigns would probably be the better fit.
Okay. But again, I would use smart plan. Why would I use smart plans? Just help me understand that one.
You would use smart plans if you wanted to set up a marketing touch system that's set it and forget it.
Okay.
So you can just add someone to it, and every single month for the next 12 months, they're going to get an email, and it's going to start with buy versus sell, and then tax information, and then whatever the sequence of 12 emails is.
Okay, so basically you're setting up the emails in advance and just based on the time frame they're being sent out.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you could add people to the smart plan here or in contacts, just like you would any smart plan. So I'm going to.
So, but on that second thing right there, you could, let's say I set up a smart plan and it sends out every 2 weeks.
Yep.
So before the second week goes out, I can go and change the content if I want to.
You could. I would recommend that when you set up your smart plan, that you have all the content ahead already created.
Okay. That would be
Because-
good. That would be.
Because the idea is with the smart plan is once you set someone up on the smart plan, you
Mhm.
don't have to think about it. So then you can focus on your lead gen. You can focus on those more personalized touches. So that way you're not spending your time, it's Wednesday, I have to go in and update my email because it's going to be automatically sent on Thursday.
Yeah. I guess the only thing about the smart plan is if I set up 12 months worth of content, how relevant is that content 12 months from now? Like, I'd like to send out content that's relevant to today in context of the current time frame.
So that's why the email templates that are filled in within the designs are kind of relevant year round. It's going to be real estate information that's going to stay the same.
Okay.
So it's just going to be more something that it's providing relevant real estate content to your database. So they're connecting Kevin and real estate together.
Okay. Okay.
Then, so you could do that as like your base smart plan. And then if you have something that's going to be very specific or maybe more personalized newsletter, you could send that out on top of this.
Okay. And are there YouTube videos on this? Or is
Yes.
this it? Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry, Nick, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine. And we can always set up some one-on-one time too, if you want to talk through. Like if you
Yeah,
have an idea.
I'm in my mind, I'm trying to figure out, because I've sent out about 50 campaign emails already, like
Nice.
two a week. And I'm trying to figure out how to do this using smart plans.
Yeah.
This
Well-
brain, tossing around in my brain right now.
Yeah, I mean, because the benefit of using a smart plan, so if you were to take all those 50 emails and add it to a smart plan, and if I'd say it would be more of the timeliness would be tied to when someone's added to your database versus the time of year.
Mhm.
So you can, I met someone at a party, you go ahead and set them up on this smart plan, and it has an email twice a week for the next so many weeks. And it doesn't matter what time of the year they receive that.
Kevin, what type of content are you sending out twice a week?
So I subscribe to a service that does blog posts. So I send out stuff like, I think one of the last ones I sent out was patience, like how to have patience in the seller's market, how to make your offer stand out better. So stuff like that.
Okay.
I actually post to social media and I send a direct email to my sphere.
That's awesome.
I hope it works one day.
It takes time. It's not as bad as farming, but I would say I would recommend, in addition to the emails and adding it to social media, calling and saying, hey, did you see my email on XYZ topic? And that's just another reason for your touch.
Yeah. Actually, I'm doing
Or
Yeah.
say, do you get my emails? I want to make sure I'm providing relevant content that adds value.
Yeah. No, you're right. So that's like I said, I've never used smart plans, but that's why I was curious.
Yeah.
But I'll look into it. If I have any questions about it, I'll get back together with you.
Yeah, I
And
would.
Nick,
Yes, Shannon.
and when you send emails, again, they have the option to unsubscribe. Is that
Yes.
right? And you'll know that by going and looking in each individual contact, whether they unsubscribe.
Yes, that is a great question. So let me click save here so I can get out of smart plans. So I'm going to get out of smart plans. So if you want to see how your emails are performing, you'd come over here to the reports icon. And then you'd select emails. And this is going to give you an overview of how many emails you've sent out and then the metrics for those emails. So it's just going to show you the total gross metrics for the number of opens, clicks, replies, deliverables, unsubscribes, and mark as spam. Now, one thing that is not set yet, which is, I believe is a work in progress, is where you can click on these numbers and it will show you the specific contact's name of who replied to it, or who's it undelivered to, or who unsubscribed. Because like Shannon said earlier, if you want to find out who unsubscribed, it's only going to say 2 people unsubscribed. Then you'd have to go to that individual contact card to then pull up to see if that contact card shows unsubscribed in the timeline.
So I got a question for you in that same note.
Yeah.
If you don't mind just a second. So when I do my campaigns and I do a campaign preview,
Mhm.
it'll say bounces, but I have no idea whose email is bouncing. How can I figure that out?
Yeah, that would, so unfortunately, that's where you would have to go into your contacts individually to see in the timeline if it shows as email bounced.
Okay. So I have to go through all the contacts in the list to see.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But the original idea is that way, when you set up smart plans and it's kind of set it or forget it, that you don't need to get into the minutia of who's unsubscribing and who's not, because it really is just like, send it out, get it out to people. And then you have your phone calls, and then you have your Popeyes, and you have all these other touches. So you're layering them all on together. And if someone unsubscribed and they're not interested, then focus your energy on the people that are.
Yeah, I agree. The one area though that would be nice is if it bounced back, so you know you got the wrong email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my issue, Shannon.
I feel you, Kevin.
Yeah. They're making improvements to email system in Command all the time. Like every month there's a new feature that I'm like, oh wow, that didn't realize that had been changed. So I would expect that over the next couple months that these types of things where it gives you specifics on emails that are bounced back or who unsubscribed would show up here in the reports tab.
Yeah.
Any other questions or anything else I can help you with this morning about setting up and sending out emails through Command?
That was pretty interesting. Like I said, I've been doing it, but I guess I've learned a few new things
Okay,
I
good.
didn't know about. So
Yeah, and Kevin, when you think about how you want to use smart plans, and I would love to set up some time with you and we can kind of map out what that would look like for you so we can try to simplify your process so you're not spending a ton of man hours every week sending out 2 emails.
well, you know what I want to do? I want to set up I think this is a smart plan, neighborhood nurture.
Yep.
I definitely want to do that, but I have not found the time or the ability to figure it out. So I definitely will set some time with you to figure that out.
Please, yeah, any way that I can help.
Yeah, I'd like that too.
Yeah, yeah, Shannon, put some time on my calendar.
Shannon, who is that?
Oh, that's my puppy. She's high maintenance. She wants to sit in my lap all the time.
Aw,
She drives me crazy.
yeah, so, well, thank you guys for joining me, and I appreciate you guys asking so many questions and being engaged. Put some time on my calendar. Let me know. Always give me a call. I'm always here to help and always happy to help.
All right, appreciate you, Nick.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You too.
Thank y'all.
Bye. Have a good one.
Bye. See you, Barto.